What's up, GP fans? Gary here at GP Performance and Tuning, and today we are going to talk about, well, a little bit about engine builds, right? Behind me, I have a 2023 Kawasaki ZX-10RR, not the single R, the double R, right? So what we're going to be doing with this bike is we're going to go ahead and begin to pull the engine, and this bike will be getting a Carpenter Stroker kit, right? So the Carpenter Stroker kit consists of 3mm pistons, a little bit of a higher compression, and a 6mm stroker crank. Okay, now at the time this bike does come with titanium rods from factory. They're the Panko, something like that. Anyways, so they are titanium rods. If the titanium rods, then we're gonna go ahead. If the titanium rods work, then we're gonna go ahead and keep the titanium rods with the build. If not, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade to, I think it's the Crowers that they offer, and get it taken care of. So that's what we're going to be doing with this bike. We're also going to be doing the Carpenter head, and since it already has RR rods, we're not going to worry about that either. You know what I mean? So overall, this bike has been on a dyno. Unfortunately, I think that the tune that it had on prior to this actually affected the horsepower output on this bike. I think that the tune that it had was way too aggressive on the D-cell pops and bangs and all that, and I think that the engine itself, I think particularly the valves, are burnt up. Now, don't get me wrong, I got quite a few different videos of ZX-10 shooting pops and bangs and fire on the dyno, but bikes do not leave here. Bro, can you leave me alone? Good job, bro.
Yeah, almost 5 minutos.
Alright, bikes do not leave our shop shooting pops and bangs and flames like that, alright? We go ahead and we actually detune that to make sure that when the bike leaves the shop, it actually leaves safe as it possibly can be, and a customer gets to enjoy as many years as they can with the bike running at its optimal power output, okay? But like I said, I think that the previous tuner, whoever tuned this bike before us, did way too much of an aggressive pops and bangs, and I think that the valves are burnt up, which entails doesn't hold the compression that the engine should be holding, right? But that's something that we're going to look into once we get the engine torn apart and looked at, and then we can actually look at the valves to see if they are burnt, if they're chipped, if they're whatever, cracked, whatever it could be, and then we'll go from there. Either or, doesn't really matter how bad the engine's hurt right now, because at the end of the day, once we actually get into the engine itself, take it apart, a lot of the components that will be damaged or that could be damaged will be replaced. So it doesn't really matter at this moment, you know. It's gonna get new pistons, it's gonna get new cranks and new rings, all that cool stuff. So it's definitely going to be a very, very cool build, and we're very happy to be a part of it here at GP Performance and Tuning. So we look forward to it. So today we're just going to go ahead and start taking this bike apart and hopefully drop the engine by today. So let's get to it. Alright, GP fan, just like that, we just dropped this engine on the ZX-10RR. As you can see, there's nothing here, alright? So, with this build, I'm gonna be doing multiple videos with this build, and showing you guys how the crank works, how does it look, specs, what's required to get that kind of work done, and all that cool stuff. So, go ahead and hit the follow, the subscribe, the notification, do all that for me so you don't miss anything in this build and you keep up with us, all right? So that's all I got. Peace out, GP fam.